My friends, the first order of business this morning is to say thank you very much for all those wonderful birthday wishes. I really do appreciate it. I had a pretty good birthday yesterday. I'll tell you about what we did yesterday and give you a little video surprise here in just a moment. I'll tell you all about that right after this. Hello my friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works Workshop. It is Tuesday, November 29th, and we'll be playing this evening at Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Rolla, Missouri. Come join us if you can. We'll be playing there from about 6 o'clock till 8:30, and we would love to see you if you're in the area. Well, my plans were yesterday to get on these instruments, and of course, plans change. Mine changed seemed like more than anybody. I just had one interruption after another, and I ended up making a bunch of deer antler saddles. First thing after I finished up with the video process yesterday, Emery says, you've got orders for 4 saddles. So you don't just build 4. I built about 13 or 14, something like that. I'm not sure exactly how many I made to fill those orders and to have a little bit of stock. Unfortunately, Ron's not available to make those for me presently, so I have to pause everything and make those. It took me pretty much all day to make that many. In lieu of any other content this morning, what I'm going to do is incorporate a short video on how I fixed a violin bow for a lady that just walked in the shop the other day. So here it is. Enjoy. Hello my friends, Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa String Works Workshop. We've got Jelly and Caleb in the shop. Stopped in and brought me a violin bow. And the violin bow, I've already started taking it apart. It was, this part of it was together. But as you can see, this part wasn't. And so it's come out, you know, it's just like a violin. Everything on a violin is totally based on friction, and if the friction releases, it falls apart. Well, that's kind of what happened here. There's a little friction plug that goes up inside here that holds this piece of hair in there, and that little plug apparently wasn't tight enough, and it fell out. So we're going to work on this and see if we can't fix it real quick. Okay, I've got this hair back in place. I've got this little piece of wood that I have made to fit in here, and quite honestly, I haven't been able to get it to pretend like it wants to go yet. There it is right there, wouldn't you know, right on camera. Now, it is going, and it is going all the way in, but I don't think that's going to hold. I don't think that's going to hold, I really don't. I think that's going to pull out. It might not. Yep, it did. I'm going to have to work on that and try to get a better fit. There's something that's just not quite right about the way this fits in here. There's not, I think we need a little lip to make it more of a friction hold. So I'm going to work on that a little bit more off camera, make a new piece, and see if we can't get a way to get this in there tight enough to hold this, because that's the only thing that holds it is friction. You're not supposed to glue them in. I'm not above putting a dab of glue on it if we have to, but I would rather not. So I'm going to look at this a little bit and see if I can clean it out a little bit more and maybe make a little bit bigger piece that I can squeeze in there tighter. Okay, I'm going to give this a second try. I've got a little bigger piece made, and I've been trying to get this hair down in there tighter. That's the hard part. And I'm going to see if this piece will go in there now. Kind of got my doubts that it's going to go in there because it's really tight actually. Maybe. I think we got it. That's really crammed in there that time. I hope it'll stay. That should hold that time. I think that'll hold. That's really crammed in there. Give you a close-up view of what that looks like. There's no air in there that time at all. Now the trick is we got to get the bow back on here without twisting the hair, and it looks like it's going to work. Okay, so let's get the frog back on here. Like I said, I'd rather not use glue if I don't have to. I know anybody that's a professional bowyer out there, I don't even know what the right word is, I'm sure they would cringe at using glue. I won't say I'm above it. I've done it a time or two whenever it just nothing else seemed to work. But I don't use it if I can avoid it. So let's see now, will it hold under tension? I think it will. Looks like it's going to hold. I think it should be fine. It's really hard. Everything's under tension on violins and the bows and everything. But it looks like that's going to hold just fine. It's nice and fit in there really well. Everything looks good. It looks like a nice Pernambuco bow. Is that what it is? Do you know?
Got it at a garage sale when I was
You got it at a garage sale? It's a good bow.
It's a good bow.
Yeah, it is. It's a good bow. I see bows all the time, and they're really cheap. This one's an octagon type bow, and it's carries the octagon all the way down, and it sure looks like Pernambuco. So Pernambuco is about as good as you can do on a bow. Brazil wood's pretty good. But that looks like a nice bow, so I'm glad we were able to fix it. Well, my friends, you see how we were able to put the hair back in that bow. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little short clip there of how I fixed that violin bow. Those kinds of things happen. I always say on a violin, everything is friction. If you lose your friction, it just falls apart. And that's the truth. When a violin is set up perfectly, it's ready to fall apart. And it's pretty much the same way with the bow. Everything is friction. You're not supposed to glue anything with those bows. Some people do, and I'll be honest and say that I've done it a little bit over the years. I try not to, and most of the time I'm able to make it where it fits tight enough you don't need to glue it. And that's where we were on that bow. We did not use any glue. We just held it in by friction. Well, that's going to be about it for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.